Wintergreen is out for paving.
Well, Wintergreen is paved from Locust to Goss. What you're asking is to connect it, and Caltrans will not let him do that. Sir?
If he's not allowed to connect it to a major artery, which is the 138, where are all these people going to end up? On surface streets in and out through town, or
Silver Rock.
Well, right now, I live on the lower section of Silver Rock, and it doesn't exist into the higher section of Silver Rock. Where does he plan on getting Silver Rock from? As far as I'm concerned, Silver Rock's in a flood zone. Just like they couldn't build a fire department in a flood zone, they're going to have
Then you would have to build the culvert boxes to go underneath it. You can't have. He's going to have to address that when it.
Because right now, that levee that's there to protect those certain houses from that flood zone has been washed out for years. So, where is he getting this road from?
Are you talking about the...
I'm going to let Brendan answer that. Brendan is the gentleman from Department of Public Works. He's the, I just told him his title, I forgot. Chief of Transportation Development.
Transportation plan. We have this high desert transportation facilities plan adopted in the early 90s, which we're in the process of updating now. But there's a whole system of roads in here, and one of them's Wintergreen connecting to the 138, and there's also Silver Rock. So it's part of this ultimate plan here. When a developer comes in, their local impacts would be paving their internal roads and connecting it to the nearest county maintained road. When they pay fees, that goes to the regional impacts, which is to build these roads. So whether he builds Wintergreen or Goss, or Silver Rock, eventually one of those connectors will be made. If he is conditioned to build Silver Rock, he'll have to purchase whatever right-of-way he needs and design it accordingly to connect it down to, it looks like Phelan Road. And in Phelan, you could access the 138 through there.
Yeah, Phelan's more north, but what my concern is there's a levee.
Phelan is south.
There's a levee there to protect the homes from a flood if it occurs.
It's not going past that levee. I've seen the levee you're talking about. It's on the north side of the development. He's only paving Silver Rock.
Up to Goss.
Yeah,
No,
basically not even to Goss, but you know, just to Rancho Road. So there's going to be a large section there. It's not even going close to the levee you're talking about.
Yeah, I think the levee is the Sheep Creek Wash. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, there's a big levee underneath the 138, and then it goes underneath Field Road. I think this Silver Rock connects, I think, further to the west.
Because I drove all over, all through it, all around this site just recently to make sure I had a good lay of it.
Yeah, I drive through there every morning on my way to work. Yeah. I come out of the old, the section of Silver Rock that bumps into that. I have to go out around some dirt road and up and over, which isn't Silver Rock, and then it reattaches to the maintained portion of Silver Rock.
Okay.
And that's how I go through to work every day.
Okay.
So my question was going to be, if this contractor comes up to that levee,
It doesn't look like he's going.
He's not coming up to that. According to them, he's not coming up to it. Ma'am?
My question was pretty much the same, the roads. Why are we requiring that the roads are in place before this goes in rather than after? These access roads don't exist.
How? Just out of
You just
curiosity,
said that Silver Rock Road is his way in.
but
What about the roads going to Phelan and to 138? You've got all this traffic and no paved road from there out.
Okay, I'm confused with your question.
I'm confused as to why we're not paving all these first and
Paving,
preparing it.
that's what the developer. But how would
No,
we?
you're saying he's going
How would
to
we?
pave
How would we?
his.
How would we?
He's paving all the way from there to the 138.
To
No.
Silver Rock. He's
Three-
going to
Yeah, Silver Rock.
But
To Oasis
so
and-
you
But
would
not
want you would
Wintergreen, not Goss.
So that means that how much traffic is going to be coming down that road onto these houses?
Let me get
Two
hers.
cars per house?
Let me get hers, and then one other person. I'll give you. So I just want to make sure I get this right. You would want the county to come in and pave these, then he
No,
builds
not
his house?
those.
Pave what?
The joining roads to be able to come and go
You talking
through
like Silver?
town.
Silver
How are
Rock
they gonna
and
get from one end of town to the other? This traffic is gonna drop onto the roads. We've got at least
Right, and then.
150 more cars
But
driving in.
what happens is with that particular the development on
Twice,
our
well,
left.
with this one, yeah,
Yeah.
half.
Okay, the development on our left here.
Are you
Okay, so
talking?
he's gonna have to pave that road, and with that, it generates 70. How much was it?
Well, the 70,
Yeah.
70, it's about 150,000.
He's gonna raise $150,000 in transportation fees to go into these programmed roads that you're talking about, that we go and try to pave.
The roads from that to the
And
normal.
what I'm saying is he comes in and he builds that. Okay, he has the ability to build that today.
Right.
He does that, he gets approved, he paves those roads, then pays a fee on top of that. That fee goes to those roads that you're talking about for us to go pave.
So you're gonna pave the roads that grant access for those people to downtown Phelan.
As the community, you have designated what roads are your highest priority, and we go off those roads.
So that would be Phelan Road.
Yeah, Field Road's already paved, but the one that we're currently working on as part of the fee is Duncan Road, waste to Buckwheat, and that'll connect it all the way to Sheep Creek. We're doing various sections of
But the
Duncan Road.
majority of these people are going into Phelan, they're
But
not going out that
The
way.
community has designated what roads
Are
are,
first.
right, and that's that road. So when people build homes and they pay their fees, it goes into a pot, and we have enough money, we go and pay the road.
Right, and
Can
when
I
they
see the map
designated
for
the
1 moment?
roads, that was
Yeah,
before
please.
this. They designated the roads before this ever came up.
Neither Silver Rock nor Wintergreen was on that schedule.
Right, so that road's gonna get paved, and we're not.
Yeah, it's-
No, we threw this whole schedule out 6 years ago and shifted everything to Duncan Road.
Right.
And we would, when we were done with Duncan Road, we would revisit the schedule.
Correct.
So to be able to take roads fees and redistribute them to paying for just, Wintergreen or something,
No,
that,
they're gonna use them to pay for the same dock.
yeah, the roads fees are supposed to go towards,
And that's what we're gonna do.
I thought you were saying.
No, what I'm saying is that she's mentioning in terms of the roads within the community. You have a plan. You have a plan for roads within the community. Right now, it's Duncan Road.
Right.
Those fees would go towards that. She wants to know how we can get all these other roads out here paved. Well, it's according to that list, which
She's talking about from
Then I
the,
misunderstood.
Travel on our one
So,
road.
there you go.
50 years from now.
I got the in the back of the red cap.
As far as that goes,
I can't hear it, folks.
okay, well, as far as that goes, back 17, 18 years ago, I am an on-site horse trainer at a ranch on Smoke Tree between Silver Rock and Wintergreen. When the facility owner bought the property 17 to 18 years ago, she was told by the county then that Evergreen 138 was gonna be paved. It's still not paved. Is there any plan for that? Because
I wasn't with the county 17 years
yeah, I
ago,
mean,
so I don't know.
they're still,
Sorry.
they told her all those years ago it's gonna be paved, and Evergreen does not go down. Locust, our property ends at where Locust should be. In fact, our address used to be Locust Road.
I understand the frustration on that, but I don't know, I wasn't there 17 years ago. I can't back up what was said. I can't say what happened. Right? Right now.
This was adopted back in 1993, the system arose, and inside here is the, kind of a 10-year priority at the time, and it's pretty much what's been constructed.
But everything we've got does not support this development. There's no way to support this amount of cars on our existing roads. It's not available. Our roads are too small.
so there's only going to be 2 paved roads going into the development?
No, only one.
Oh, just one. That's her point.
Traffic back up from Silver Rock
That's-
to the first house where you get on the Phelan Road.
Yeah, you've got gridlock before you even get started.
We have traffic on Phelan Road in the morning right now, and it's dirt.
The developers are required to do
Coming down
traffic
Silver
studies.
Rock,
Should
before
do
you get on the
Goss
Phelan
maybe
Road,
or something.
there's, in the morning especially, that's where the buses pick up the
Well,
kids.
I'm more than willing to come back, but there's been other people that are waiting to ask their questions. Sir, the glasses.
Okay, well, first of all, the roads, they're certainly, I live on Silver Rock, so that's gonna be the guy going by. Yeah, I'm gonna have a,
Thoroughfare.
highway coming by me is what I got.